Very good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to your physics class. As in previous class, you have observed, you have studied related to the Fleming left-hand rule and how to apply the Fleming left-hand rule to some of the problems, and even you have studied about electric motor. And as I told you, you have to observe the concept, understand and write the points in your point book. And if at all you have any doubt, just ask with me. But no one has replied. I hope so you have understood the concept, whatever it is there related to the Fleming left hand rule problem and even electrical motor concept. Even some general concepts are there in that video. So I hope you have understood. So today we will move towards our further concept. Once I will revise the electric motor concept because it is very much needed and it has a very important application in physics. So once again I will explain the electric motor concept, then we will move further towards. And before that, learn properly a Fleming left hand rule, because as I observed in your paper, so many of you have written the application of the Fleming left hand rule. Yeah, it is right. The magnetic field, and whenever there is a current, there is a force acting on the material, that is right. But what it says, how the Fleming has finded that, how you can say that the force acting, on which direction it is acting, this all description has given by the Fleming left hand rule. Whenever they say define a Fleming left hand rule or state the Fleming left hand rule, you should use such as the thumb lines, the fingers are perpendicular to each other, where the thumb represents that force acting on the material, and our index finger represent the magnetic field lines, and our middle finger represents a current. So such explanation is needed. Okay, so you have to be careful with the question. So in exam I observed, but I have given little marks for them. If at all you have written that using the fingers explanation is there, then you will definitely get a full marks. If at all it is not there, then there will be some reduction in the marks. So don't worry about those things, just learn properly the concept and understand that one. So today we will move towards our next concept, that is electric motor. So electric motor is nothing but it is a device where the electric current is get converted into the mechanical energy, or electric energy is get converted to the mechanical energy. So there is a rotation in presence of magnetic field. Okay, so that concept we will study. I hope you have studied that concept before also. In previous class also we have discussed that. Then today we will detailedly we will study about the electric motor concept. So even this electric motor we can say as a rotating device, and as I previously told, it can convert electric energy into the mechanical energy. And even you have used this one, you have observed the electric motors are majorly used in our fan, refrigerators and washing machines, so drilling machines, as you have observed. So these electric motors are used in these materials. So how it works, what is the concept behind these electric motors? So just observe that one. So detailedly we will study how the electric motor works and what is the concept behind this, where the magnetic field, how the magnetic field force and current get produced here, and how it get rotates, how the motor rotates, and how the electric energy is get converted into the mechanical energy. So that we will study. So first thing is, listen very carefully because it is very interesting topic of this unit. So listen carefully, you will enjoy the terms. First thing, you must know the Fleming left hand rule. If you know that one, then it will be easy to understand the concept. So learn that one properly, how to use the finger and which finger represents which concept. So that also very important here. Okay, so just we will go towards that. So here you can observe we are using the two magnet. So magnet having north and south pole, and you know the direction of the magnetic field in a magnet. Yes, so how it is exactly? From the north, the magnetic field lines, you know always from the north it is coming outside and it will merge in south. Here I am discussing about outside the magnetic bar, outside the magnet. Okay, so always the magnetic field lines coming out from the north. So where it will merge then? Outside the bar magnet or outside the magnet, north to south, or you can consider in a horseshoe magnet. Yes, so there from north to south the field lines are going, from your right to left it is moving. Then if in place of the magnetic field, so this is your magnetic field area, here we are now placing an rectangular current carrying loop. So don't think about that, why we are not keeping a straight conductor or circular loop. Instead of that we are using a rectangular loop. Okay, rectangular state conductor, electric conductor of a loop. So why it is? Because it will help to rotate the motion. So as we want to convert electric energy into the mechanical energy and rotation motion we want, that's why we have to use a rectangular, which will be more helpful for us to convert the energies. Okay, so for that we are using, and here we will connect to the battery, that all those things will switch and we will connect. So then we can think about that, the concept. So now don't worry, just understand this concept and observe that the current is flowing from here to here, and this is direction of the current you have to observe at every loop. Okay, so the direction of the current on pink, it has given in a different color for your understanding. Okay, because the current flow direction is different at every way. So as it is here means the positive terminal of the battery is connected to here, because in current always from positive to it flows to negative. So it is positive, that's why this pink you can observe it is inside. Direction of the current of this conductor is inside the inside that place. Yes, then you observe here and observe here also, the direction now it is outside, it is coming out from the screen. Yes, so again it will come back to its negative terminal. So this is our current carrying conductor. Now you think that our concept is what? A magnetic field we have generated and there is a current carrying conductor is there. So this concept we have studied previously. Yes, whenever there is a magnetic field and current, there is a force. The force is applied on the any conductor. So that means we can apply our Fleming left hand rule here. So what it says, Fleming left hand rule, it says that thumb line will be first thing is all the fingers are perpendicular to each other and the thumb line represent force acting on the conductor, and B, that is our index finger shows that it is the magnetic field lines, direction of the magnetic field lines, and I, that is the current. The middle finger represents the current flow in the. So this we have to apply here, because on which direction the force is acting. Now you consider, in previous we have considered the rod. Yes, so now the rod is current carrying conductor there. Here also there is a current carrying conductor. Here also this is a rectangular. Here the magnetic field lines are there. The magnetic field lines are there and there is a current. If there is a magnetic field lines, there is a current, then definitely what I say is, listen carefully, if there is a magnetic field lines and current, then definitely there is a force acting on that conductor. So in which direction the force is acting, how can you recognize that one? By using Fleming left hand rule. So for that what you have to apply, you can observe here the current flow, you know. Yes, the current flow you know, which finger represents the current flow, that is our middle finger. So middle finger, use it as it is the inside the screen. Yes, so it is moving like this, so you have to use a middle finger inside. So I will show that one also. And what about magnetic field lines? The magnetic field lines are like this, so from your right to left. So now adjust your finger in such direction of the current and magnetic field. From that you come to know the force acting on this conductor, this pink line. Okay, pink color line. So just make it down that one. Yes, now you can observe the, as I told, the middle finger represent inside. Yes, and the magnetic field lines are like this. Then force is acting on upward direction. The force acting on this conductor, this line, this pink color conductor, will be upward direction. The force acting means it will little bit move. It will move in the upward direction. Sorry. So it will move in the upward direction. So as now it moves, and here also there is a conductor, and as it is a rectangular, yes, so here there is also conductor, and even here also magnetic field lines are flowing, and here the current is from the screen, it is coming to us. Yes, from the screen it is coming to us, and the magnetic field lines are our right to left. Yes, so now use again Fleming left hand rule and check force acting on this blue line in which direction. You have to check the direction of the force. Yes, so use your fingers, just check it down. We will make that one here also in the screen. Yes, you can observe now. So as the magnetic field lines, so you know that the middle finger represents, as it is coming outside from the screen, so the middle finger is this direction, and the magnetic field lines are in north to south, so in this direction. And the force acting now, it will represent by the thumb line. You can observe it is a downwards. That means in a pink, this pink wire, that we can say current carrying conductor, that is upward direction, the force acting will be on upward direction, and this blue conductor, current carrying conductor, it is downwards. The force acting means it is moving little bit. The two conductors are moving. One is moving upwards, another one is moving downwards. That means there is a movement. Okay, now from this you come to know that there is a movement in this conductor and there is a movement in this conductor. Then what about this one and this one? Because as these also present in the magnetic field lines, and even it has a current carrying conductor, as it is a current carrying means there is a flow of a current. Yes, so even these are present in the magnetic field. That means definitely it should act on the force. Yes, it should get forced by some electrons. So that means there is a movement, there must be a movement. Then what about that? So you can observe here the current flowing is in this direction. Yes, so your middle finger, that current flows in this direction, and this magnetic field, that are parallel to each other, that are parallel to each other. If that are parallel, in previous class you have studied, if the current and the magnetic field lines are parallel to each other, then there is no effect on the force. There is no effect of force in that. So here also you can observe, as the current and the magnetic field lines are parallel to each other, then there is no effect of force. So that means there is no disturbance in these two positions now at this situation. Only the force acting on this, as in the upward direction, and the force acting on this downward direction. That means there is a movement in these two, that we will represent. So now it clearly explains, there is a rotation, there is a movement in this conductor, pink color conductor, that is upward direction, as we have observed in previously, and in this there is a downward direction. So it can be explained easily how it will get rotate. One side it is upward, another side it is downwards. So just we will observe that one, how it will get rotate. So here just consider a one board, so which is rectangular, so like this only, and the force acting one side upward direction, another side downward direction. The force acting upward, and again it is downward. That means there is a rotation in a clockwise, there is a rotation. You can observe that one. So how it moves? Like this. But now observe here, as the force is upward and the force is downward. And what about these lines? These lines you can observe, as previously it is parallel to each other. Yes, these lines parallel to each other, but now these are not parallel. Yes, whether these are parallel to each other? No, you can observe that the magnetic field lines are from your right to left, and the current flow is like this direction. That means now these are not parallel. If it is a parallel, then there is no force, but if these are not parallel, definitely then there is a force acting on this current, on this conductor. So which type of force, in which direction it will act, it affect us. So we have to find that one also then. Yeah, that is right. it affects the force. There is little bit force because as it is not parallel to each other, there is a force. But then the question arises, if there is a force, whether it will disturb our rotation of this motor? No, it will not disturb. So don't worry for that. It will not disturb the rotation because these forces are less compared to these two rotation forces. So that's why it will not affect much more. For example, same we will move towards our that rectangular board, and from that we come to know that how to recognize. So for that you have to study for the in which direction force is acting. We have to study. Yes. So here you observe the magnetic field line is moving like this, and the current is like this. So use the Fleming left hand rule and observe the force acting on this conductor. The force acting on this conductor is, as it is, magnetic field. Magnetic field means your index finger is from your right to left. Then what about current? As it is downwards. If it is downwards means the force acting is inside that. Inside means it is pulling. It is pulling from this side. Okay, it is pulling from this side. It is going out. And now observe here also, as it is the upward direction and it is the left. Yes. So that means the force acting, the thumb line represent outside. That means these two wires are pulling from these two. This is going this direction. This is coming from outside the screen. Yes. So like that the forces are acting on that. That we will study in our rectangular piece also. So you can observe this here, Fleming left hand rule, how to apply for this. Yes. So as the force is acting outwards and the force is acting in this conductor, that is inside. So inside, this is coming outside. That means the both are dragging. From the inside it is pulling outside towards outside. Yes. So like that the force acting, and you know that these are, one is upward and one is downwards. So now the force is acting on the both the side. This too you know. So there is no disturbances. So if these are pulling, there is no disturbance. There is no rotating motion. So it will not affect for our rotating motion concept. So that means it will overcome. It will the rotation of the motion will overcome from these two. Okay. So now you can observe that. So now you know it is in the upward direction, it is in the downward direction, and these two will not affect the rotating motion. Yes. So now it rotates and it comes. From the pink it is at the starting position. Now it came here. Yes. So now it should rotate like in a circular clockwise direction. Yes. The rotation should be in the clockwise direction. One should be upward and another should be downward to continue this one in a clockwise direction. But now you observe this pink color, the current is like this. The current flowing is like this and the magnetic field lines are like this. Now the force acting is upward. So force acting upward means that now the direction of the force will get reversed. It will reverse like this. The half motion it will complete. Once it will come from here to here, again it will come to here because the direction of the current is different. So it depends on the direction of the current. So it is not completing our rotation. Yes, it is not completing our circular rotation. So it is coming here and going back, coming here. That you observe the pink line, it is coming to here and again it is going back. So which is not good. We want a circular motion, we want a clockwise direction. So for that what you have to do then? So what we can change to get a perfect circular or clockwise direction of rotation? Then now we got struck this because we want a clockwise rotation. There is no clockwise rotation. So for that, but we want to make that one in a clockwise direction. We must and should want a rotation of this circular, the rectangular conductor. Okay. So for that you can observe, as you observed here, there is a left hand rule. We are applying the Fleming left hand rule. Just make it on that one. Yes. Now in this direction the force is upwards. Yes. So that time what happens when there is a force upward means the conductor will move to the upwards, so it will come back to this position. So to complete a circular, the force should come downward. Listen carefully. Now it is in the upward direction in this condition, but I want to reverse this force. I want to reverse this force downwards. That time it will come down. Yes, so that time it will come. How can it possible? So thumb line should come downwards when you will change the magnetic field or a current, flow of a current. If you change, then we can change force acting on the conductor. Is it so? Is it possible to change the magnetic field lines, direction of the magnetic field lines? Yes, of course, because if you change the pole, south will come this, south will move this side, north will move this side, then the field, direction of the magnetic field will get reversed. But it is very difficult to do that one. Instead of that, you think that if we change the direction of the current flow, then what we can think about that? Is the force get changed? So if you think the direction, now the direction is like this, so now we will change the direction of the current. So for that time, what will happen? What about the force? Force, whether it will remain as it is or whether it will come down. Just use your left hand rule to understand that one. So that also we will make. So now observe the left hand rule. Okay, don't observe the current here. So as left hand rule says, the force is downwards when the magnetic field lines are from your right to left, and the current is from that side to this. From this it should come. Okay, this is before one, and if the current flows like this direction, then we can think about there is a change, there is a movement, there is a force on this pink color conductor will be downwards. So then how to change the current, flow of a current? How can we change that one? So that we will study afterwards. Now you can observe here. So we change the direction of the current now. Okay, so now you observe before this previously you observe that the direction of the current is like this, it is going inside, but now it is coming outside. If it is coming like this, means the force is acting downwards. Here the force is acting upwards. At the starting, the pink line is coming at the moving at upwards, and when it came here, now the current, we have changed the flow of the current, now it is coming downwards. That means every step we have to, every rotation, half rotation, we have to change a current, flow of a current, direction of the current we have to change. That time it will get rotate. This is the idea behind the rotation of this conductor. Once you observe the rotation also, at the starting, the pink color line, we will change the flow of the current. So here you can observe the pink line, the flow of the current also you have to observe, and the force acting on that also you have to observe. At every rotation we have to change the flow of the current. So now it is in the upward direction, now change. Now observe, it is moving like this, so it is upward. When it come here, the force is downwards. That means we have changed the flow of the current. So how can we change at every step? Then question comes to our mind, how can we exchange? So for that, first we will connect these two wires to a battery. So before this we have just studied, yes, so how the rotation will occur, all those things. Now we will study, we will connect to the battery, and we will observe what we can do and how we can convert the flow of the current, how we can exchange the flow of current. Okay, now you can observe that we have connected a battery, and there is a wire which is connected to our rectangular current carrying conductor, and this is connected to the negative terminal, and the current flows in this direction, and when it is moving in this direction, so it is inside, the force acting on upwards and the magnetic field on like this. Now you observe here, it is downwards, the force acting is downwards and the current is like this direction, and this is the magnetic field lines are in this direction. This I have explained now only, yes. So now the coil will move. So you can observe the coil get moves, yes, but you observe we want to change the current as it is in the upward direction. Now it should move downwards. To move that one downwards, we have to change a flow of the current. So to flow of the current we have to change means, you can observe the wire connected to this one, it will merge to each other, it will mix up, it will mix up to each other, it will be very difficult to do that one, yes. So it is not possible to do. As you can observe, when it will get rotate, these two will attach to that one. So for that, one device introduced, that is called as commutator, and this commutator contains two split rings. So this is the very important part of this electric motor, where they are using the commutator, and it has the two split rings which is connected to the carbon brushes. You can observe the diagram properly in your textbook reader. So carbon brushes, so that is just attached to this split rings. So such as, so just compare with this brush and this ring. This is our split ring and the carbon brushes is just attached to this. So what it makes difference means, so the current flows in this direction and it will attach to the carbon brush. So the current flows, and as it is the circular, a commutator is a circular and these are the two split rings and middle there is a gap. Now the current flow to this one is connected to this pink bar. This one is our pink split ring that is connected to this. Now it is upward direction, it will not get changed. When it will get rotate, this will come to this side. That time it will change, the flow of the current will suddenly change. There is no need of changing every time we are making the positive terminal, negative terminal. It gets changed. So that is, it will helpful. This is about our carbon brushes. So how the current will change, how the rotation will complete, that we will study now. As it is touched to the split ring, you can observe the current flows in this direction, and in pink ring it will complete and it will come back to the negative direction, negative terminal, and it will get rotate now. Now observe that carbon brush is connected to this split ring, yes, and the coil is rotating now. So the current flows in this direction to this pink color split ring, and it flows. When it moves and come to here at this position, now you can observe the split ring also get rotate and it will come on this direction. So that time this brush, this carbon brush will attach to this pink color ring, yes, split ring. Observe here. So as it is connected to this means negative, the flow of current will get changed now. The flow of current will move from this direction to like this. So that means we have changed the flow of current to this pink color current carrying conductor, and even it is related to our blue color also. As when it comes to this situation, that time the force acting is downwards and here it is upwards. If it is a downwards, then it will move like this. So the split ring carries a very important role to change the direction of the current in the electric motor, and even the carbon brushes. So this total overall is called as a commutator concept. So how it helps on the flow of the current, on the flow direction of the flow of the current, the force applying on the current carrying conductor will get reversed and it will help to move a clockwise direction of this rectangular state current carrying conductor. So now it completes a rotation. There is a rotation. If there is a rotation due to the magnetic field lines, due to the electric current, there is a force and there is a rotation. That means electric energy is now get converted to the mechanical energy. This concept is applied to everywhere. As in previously only I have told you at the starting, the electric motor concept is applied in our refrigerator, fan, electric motors, and even driller machines. So all these have very important application in our electric works. I hope you have understood the concept and learn properly. And if you have any doubt, you just contact to me. And whatever the concept we have discussed, from that write the points in your point book and homework questions. Write the answers for your homework question and send it to me.